What is up, you guys? This is Spidey1997, and today we're finally going to be taking a look at the new Marvel Legends series. You have the Build-A-Figure SPDR, you have the new Elektra figure, and this is Elektra in all of her glory, and I gotta say, guys, this is a really great representation of this character. I'm so happy we finally have a new update version of Elektra. It's been a while since we needed an update version of this character. I don't have the Toy Biz version, which, you know, I kind of wish I did, but at the same time I don't, because, you know, the Toy Biz one does look, now, because I've seen some reviews of that figure, and that figure, you know, for the time it came out, I'm pretty sure it was pretty good for what it was, but since we have a new Elektra from Hasbro, that Toy Biz Elektra just looks, it just looks terrible. When you stand her next to this new version of Elektra, and the only accessories she comes with are the size and the Build-A-Figure, of course. So yeah, so let's take a look at the packaging like we always do. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like care about packaging, but I'll just show it anyway. But you got a nice picture of Elektra on the side of the box. You got a nice logo of her name, of course, which I do like. I really like that. You know, her same picture on the side. Elektra, nothing in the bottom. You got a nice picture of the figure itself. Here's a prototype of the figure. You got the bio. Pause if you want to read it. Yeah, of course, the figure looks nice in this pose. And that's basically it for the packaging. So, of course, the Build-A-Figure that she comes with is a leg for the SPDR, which I'm not really interested in building, just because I don't really care about this character. Maybe some people that like the Spider-Verse will, you know, definitely build this guy. But for me, I feel like this is a pass. This is probably the only wave I'm definitely going to pass. The only wave, or the only characters that I really wanted from this wave is Elektra, Doc Ock, and maybe I'll get, what's the character's name? Cloak and Dagger. So those are the only two characters that I kind of want at the same, for this wave. So other than that, once I get Cloak and Dagger, that's pretty much it. Which all I'm gonna get. Well, the Daredevil one, I like Daredevil, but I don't know. He does look cool in the black suit, and I do like the batons, with the, of course, the, I don't know, the effect that he like throwing it, but it doesn't have a bendy wire, so that's the reason why I don't want to get it. But yeah, so the Daredevil one does look fine. But anyways, this review's not about Daredevil; it's about Elektra, and this figure, like I said, it's just gorgeous. This is a really great representation of this character. I really do dig this figure. I got her at GameStop, of course. You know, I think there's still a percent. I think it was 25% off all action figures. So check your GameStop. Hopefully the sales is still there. If not, then you know. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I actually got this for a decent price, so I'm really stoked about that. So yes, of course, you know, GameStop does overcharge the Marvel Legends a little more, like $22.99 maybe. Regular retail stores is like $19.99, maybe $18. But yeah, this is a really good figure. So I had to get her. This is the only one they had, of course. I already have Doc Ock, so they didn't have Cloak and Dagger, so I'm hoping to get Cloak and Dagger at some point in time. But yeah, so the accessories, like I said, she doesn't come with anything. Of course, her size. Let me take a closer look at the size. They do come off of her hand, of course. And let me take a closer look at her weapon. Now, the weapon itself, it is pretty good for what it is. I can't really tell if this is silver plastic or silver paint. Please comment down below if you guys know. But I'm going to say silver paint, just because it does look silver paint, or it does look painted. You got a nice red paint on the handles. Of course, you got nice detail of the strap around the, you know, the side. So that's cool. So very nice. The only complaint people have too is that some of the weapon came out very warped out of the package. Luckily for me, I got mine like the size came out perfectly fine when I took it out of the packaging, so they weren't bended. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah, so you can put the size back. Now let me, you know, get her into a normal stand. And let me take her out of this pose. My only complaint, and you know, like everyone has complaints, even though you do like the figure. But my only complaint is mostly the body that they chose for her. Now I'm not saying it's bad, but it would have been better if they did chose that body. I really wish they chose the Moonstone body mold. I don't know why Hasbro has been rejecting that body mold, or you know, not using that body mold more often. I don't even remember the last time they used that body mold. The only time I remember they used that body mold was, I think, with the Jim Lee Rogue figure, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the only figure that the last time they used that mold. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but that's the only character or the only figure I have in my collection that I remember getting, and I don't remember ever since then them using the Moonstone body mold. They've been using the more skinny, not skinny, but mostly not thick, of course. Now, you know, a lot of people, some people say, oh, maybe it's because kids buy these figures and, you know, they don't want to make it inappropriate for kids. But, you know, I do respect that. So, you know, that is another problem why probably they don't use that body mold. But some people get upset that they don't use it. But for me, it's a little bothersome. But for what it is, it's still a really great body for what they use for her. So anyways, the head sculpt on this figure is gorgeous. I really like this head sculpt. I really like the paint that they use on her face. You can see her eyes came out perfectly fine. Her lipstick came out really good. The hair is a nice soft plastic, so it is soft and movable. Here you got her do-rag, which is nice. We got the nice red do-rag. So very nice. I do really like. It would have been nice if they had some black wash, but it's still good for what it is. You got the nice straps around her shoulders, or not shoulder, her arm and her legs. Unfortunately, they're just painted on. They're not sculpted. It would have been nice if they sculpted these on her, but they're not. They're just painted. But it does look nice. At least on my copy of the figure, the paint came out a little bit good. A little bit splotch right there, but that's alright. It's in the back, so it's not noticeable. You can see this is the straps right here. And this has like for some reason, this has like a similar look for Psylocke. Of course, just Psylocke is more blue and purple, and she's more red. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Psylocke figure is a little bit thicker than her. I think this is the Kate Bishop body mold, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me down below if you guys know the body mold that they use. But yeah, so articulation. Her leg, her head can look up this far, not so much because of the hair, it's a little restricted by the hair. She can look down, she can look side to side. Arms can go out this far, down this far, all the way around, and the sides came out. She doesn't have a bicep swivel, unfortunately. She does have a single jointed elbow, which I really dislike. They really need to give the female figures a double jointed elbows. The hinge goes up and down, thus rotate or spins basically. She does have a diaphragm joint, which is really good. Can crunch side to side, crunch forward this far, back this far. She can turn, of course. No waist swivel, unfortunately. Legs can go out this far, can kick not so much, which is disappointing because, you know, she is a character that can kick and spin, not spin, but like kick and jump and everything, so that's a little disappointing. But yeah, down that far, back, pretty good. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, no boot swivel, feet can go down, up, and she does have ankle pivot and 2 pegals on the bottom of the feet. So that's good. So overall, guys, if you guys need a great or a classic looking Elektra figure in your collection, this is the one to get. You will not be disappointed. This is a really great representation of the classic look of Elektra. Another thing I forgot to mention is that this hand, as you can see, has it's sculpted to hold her size this way, which I do really like. I wish they gave her that on the other hand as well, because this is more normal. This is more, I don't know, of a badass look to hold it like that. But I wish they gave her another hand for this one, and it would have been nice if they did that, and this figure would have been nice as well. So yeah, I really like this figure. Another complaint of mine is this skirt piece is a little too bit long. It would have been nice if it was a little shorter, maybe. Not too short, but a little bit shorter. And I'm guessing it depends on the artist that drew her at the time. Some artists drew her with the long skirt, some artists drew her with short skirts, but I don't know. It would have been nice if they just shortened it up just a little bit. But for what it is, it's still a great representation of her costume, or her suit, basically. So yeah, so that's all I have to say, guys. And of course, I'm not gonna have any size comparison because I don't want to take any of the figures out of display. So I do apologize, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people reviewed this already and they did a comparison with other characters. So yeah, so that's all I have to say, guys. So please comment, subscribe. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. And this is Spidey 1997 signing out, and have a great day. Thanks for watching, guys.